Hey there, welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into a topic that might be on your mind if you've ever, devoured a news story and thought, I wonder how they do that.
hmm
Yep, we're talking journalism.
And to guide our deep dive, we have this incredibly insightful report from the Life Skill Foundation in India.
Oh, I'm really excited to dig into this.
Yeah.
They're all about equipping young people, especially students like you, to make informed decisions about their futures,
Yeah.
and they put together this amazing roadmap on what a journalism career actually entails.
What I find really compelling is that they went beyond the surface level.
Okay.
They didn't just talk about what journalists write. They delved into the why, the who, and the how, really painting a realistic picture.
That's key.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump right in.
Okay.
Their report starts with this question. What do journalists do?
Great.
Simple question, but I bet it's more complex than people think.
It absolutely is. The report emphasizes that journalism isn't just about sitting at a desk churning out articles. It's about being active, engaged, curious. Journalists research, they interview, they dig deep into topics to uncover the truth.
Yeah.
And then they present it in a way that informs and engages the public.
So we're talking investigative skills,
Yes.
creativity, even a bit of psychology to understand what makes a story resonate with people.
Absolutely.
That's fascinating.
Exactly. And the report emphasizes that modern journalism goes beyond traditional newspapers and magazines.
Right.
We're talking websites, podcasts, documentaries, social media. It's a multi-platform world out there.
Which makes sense because people consume news in so many different ways now.
Right.
You might read an article online, catch a news segment on YouTube, or even hear about breaking news through a podcast.
Precisely. And that's where the Life Skills Foundation's report gets really interesting.
Okay.
They introduce this concept called Holland codes, which are like personality profiles designed to help you find careers that align with your strengths.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
What kind of personality thrives in a newsroom, according to these Holland codes?
Well, they found that journalists tend to fall under two main types, investigative and artistic.
Okay.
The investigative type is pretty self-explanatory.
Right.
These are the folks who love to dig deep, analyze information, and get to the bottom of things. They ask the tough questions, challenge assumptions, and have a knack for uncovering the truth. They really love getting to the bottom of things.
Okay, so that's our investigative reporters.
Yeah.
But what about the artistic type?
Yeah.
Are we talking about journalists who paint portraits on the side?
Not necessarily. It's more about having a way with words,
Okay.
a knack for storytelling.
Right.
They can take complex information and turn it into a compelling narrative that resonates with readers or viewers.
Okay, like that old saying, journalists don't just report the news. They
Right.
tell a story behind the news.
Exactly. And the report highlights how important that ability is, especially in today's media landscape where capturing people's attention amidst a sea of information is crucial.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've got these curious, creative minds.
Ready to dig deep and tell impactful stories.
Yeah.
But how do they actually climb the ladder in this field?
Well, the Life Skills Foundation breaks it down really well with their job zones concept.
Okay.
Think of them as different stages in a journalism career.
Okay.
They start with the entry-level zone,
Oh.
which is where you're learning the ropes,
Right.
building essential skills,
Uh-huh.
and most importantly, gaining real-world experience.
Okay, so this is where those internships come in, right?
Yes,
The ones everyone always talks about.
absolutely. They're crucial,
Right.
even if they involve tasks that seem mundane at first.
Yeah.
It's about being in a newsroom environment,
Okay.
observing seasoned professionals,
Right.
and gradually taking on more responsibility.
Yeah.
The Life Skill Foundation mentions starting with tasks like fact-checking,
Uh-huh.
assisting senior reporters,
Okay.
maybe even writing short pieces or captions.
It's about building that foundation,
Yeah.
proving yourself, and working your way up.
That's a big
What
one.
comes after that? Next is the mid-level zone, where you've got some solid experience under your belt,
Okay.
and you're taking on more significant roles.
Okay.
You might be covering local events, writing feature articles,
Right.
and maybe even conducting interviews for bigger stories.
This is where you really start to hone your craft, develop your own voice,
Yeah,
and potentially even specialize in a particular area that interests you.
you got it.
Okay.
And then comes the advanced zone.
Okay.
This is where you reach the top of your game. You might be leading a team of reporters, making editorial decisions, or even running your own publication or media platform.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
From intern to media mogul.
exactly.
Now, that's a journey. But let's be real. Everyone wants to know about the financial side of things.
Mm-hmm.
What can someone realistically expect to earn on this journalistic path?
The Life Skill Foundation provides some helpful insights on that front.
Okay.
They say starting salaries for journalists in India typically range from 20,000 to 30,000 per month.
Okay, that's comparable to entry-level salaries in many other fields, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And the good news is, as you gain experience and move up those job zones, your earning potential increases significantly.
Uh-huh.
Experienced journalists can earn well over $50,000 per month.
Wow.
And if you reach those coveted senior positions in prominent media houses, you could be looking at salaries exceeding a 1,000 year.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the potential for growth is definitely there.
Yes.
But let's talk about the education piece.
Okay.
What kind of educational background do you need to even get your foot in the door?
That's where the Life Skills Foundation busts a common myth.
Okay.
While a bachelor's degree in journalism or mass communication is definitely recommended,
Right.
they emphasize that it's not the only path,
Okay.
nor is it a guarantee of success.
So it's not just about having a fancy degree from a top-tier university.
Exactly. They highlight how practical experience and a strong portfolio are often valued just as much, if not more, than where you went to school. They even mention that while Tier 1 colleges like the Indian Institute of Mass Communication are great options, Tier 2 and Tier 3 colleges can provide a solid foundation as well.
That's good news for aspiring journalists who might not have the means or the opportunity to attend those elite institutions.
Right.
It's about the skills and the passion you bring to the table.
Precisely.
Okay.
And the report also emphasizes that continuous learning is crucial in this field.
Okay.
They suggest looking into certifications, workshops, and online courses to stay updated with the latest trends and technologies in media.
So let's say you're a student listening to this, feeling fired up about a potential journalism career. What are some essential skills they should focus on developing?
Well, obviously, strong writing and communication skills are a must.
Of course.
But in today's digital age, it goes way beyond that.
Right.
The Life Skills Foundation highlights the importance of digital literacy,
Right.
being comfortable with different content management systems, social media platforms,
Right.
and multimedia tools.
Because journalism isn't just about writing for print anymore.
Right.
It's about creating engaging content across a multitude of platforms.
Exactly.
Right.
And let's not forget the importance of critical thinking and fact-checking skills.
Right.
In this era of misinformation and fake news, it's more crucial than ever for journalists to be discerning,
Yes.
to verify information thoroughly,
Right.
and to present it to the public responsibly.
Absolutely. Now, I know the Life Skill Foundation is all about empowering students,
Right.
but they're also realistic about the challenges of this field, right? It's not all front-page stories and Pulitzer Prizes, is it?
You're absolutely right. The report doesn't sugarcoat things. They acknowledge that breaking into journalism can be tough, especially in a competitive media landscape.
Yeah, it's like any field, right?
Yeah.
You've got to hustle, build your network, and maybe even be prepared to work your way up from smaller publications or local news outlets.
Exactly. And they also touch on the emotional aspect of journalism, which is something aspiring journalists should be aware of. You're dealing with real people, real stories, and sometimes those stories can be difficult, even heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's so true. It takes a certain kind of resilience to handle those situations, to report on them objectively while still maintaining your own empathy and humanity.
Couldn't agree more. And that actually ties into another key takeaway from the report, the importance of journalistic ethics. The Life Skill Foundation emphasizes that integrity, accuracy, and responsible reporting are non-negotiable in this profession.
Right. It's about being a voice for the voiceless, holding those in power accountable, and ensuring that the information you put out into the world is truthful and unbiased. Big responsibility.
It is a big responsibility, but it's also incredibly rewarding. And that's something the Life Skill Foundation emphasizes throughout their report. Despite the challenges, a career in journalism offers the chance to make a real difference, to inform and empower the public, and to shape the way people understand the world around them.
Yeah, that's what makes it all worthwhile,
Yeah.
right? Knowing that the stories you tell, the information you uncover, can have a tangible impact.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I think that sense of purpose is what drives so many journalists, myself included. So to wrap things up, what are the key things you hope listeners will take away from our deep dive into journalism today?
Well, I hope they come away with a sense of possibility, knowing that a career in journalism is within reach, even if it requires hard work and dedication. And I think the Life Skill Foundations report gives some fantastic actionable advice from building your portfolio and seeking out internships to networking with professionals and never stopping learning.
I agree. They've provided a roadmap, not just for becoming a journalist, but for navigating the ever-evolving media landscape. And I love that they didn't shy away from the challenges, but also highlighted the incredible rewards of this profession.
So for any aspiring journalists out there feeling inspired, remember this: curiosity, creativity, and a commitment to truth-telling. Those are your superpowers. And if you're hungry for more information, we've got you covered. Check out the description for links to the Life Skill Foundation's website and resources. Who knows, maybe the next time we're reading a gripping news story, we'll be looking at your byline.
Now, wouldn't that be something? On that note, it's time for us to sign off. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never stop seeking knowledge.
And keep diving deep with us. See you next time.